Today, we are diving deep into an absolutely chilling tale of greed, betrayal, and what you can only call supernatural revenge. It's a story that really makes you wonder, are there some debts that can only be paid back after you're dead?
Right from the get-go, the story hits us with this dark, almost prophetic poem. It basically lays out the ending for us. But honestly, the real horror isn't knowing what's coming. It's seeing exactly how we get there. This sets the stage perfectly for a story all about karmic justice. The idea that every single action has an equal and, in this case, an absolutely terrifying reaction.
All right, so let's set the scene and meet our main characters. First, we have Amit, a chemical company owner who is just desperate to sell this one particular property. Then there's Satish, the poor real estate broker stuck with the job. And the property itself? It's a huge 3-story house that's got such a bad reputation the locals just call it the House of Rumors.
And that one line, that tells you everything you need to know about Amit. He's a total cynic, he's greedy, and he could not care less about the warnings. He's pushing Satish to get the deal done, waving off all the local ghost stories, and he won't even pay the guy in advance. He has absolutely no clue he's about to send this man to his death.
Okay, so this is where things start to get really creepy. Let's walk through Satish's final moments. He steps into this huge, silent house that's just covered in dust. As he's checking out the rooms, he opens a closet and finds this bizarre, perfectly clean circle on the floor, as if something had just been standing there. He shuts the door, but then it just creaks open, all by itself. He turns around, and that's when he sees her, a woman's ghost, with piercing white eyes, weeping tears of blood.
The result is just chilling. When the police find Satish, the details make no sense. His body is found stuffed into that very same closet, completely rigid, with his bones mysteriously shattered. The cops have zero explanation, but Amit's reaction, this pure panic, it's pretty clear he knows way more than he's letting on.
And just like that, the investigation kicks off. Inspector Pratibha shows up, and you can tell right away she is sharp. She's observant, and she immediately gets the feeling that Amit is hiding something big. The interrogation begins, and you can just feel the tension cranking up.
So what we have here is a classic cat-and-mouse game. Amit's trying every trick in the book. He suggests a drug overdose, he tries to distance himself, saying Satish was just a broker, but the inspector, she sees right through it all. She points out his total lack of concern, and then drops a bombshell. His company makes the exact chemical they found in Satish's blood. The walls are closing in.
And then, just when you think things can't get any worse for Amit, you get a perfect horror movie twist. A massive storm rolls in, canceling every flight out of the city. Amit has literally no choice but to spend the night in the very house he's so terrified of. He is now trapped with whatever or whoever is inside.
This is it. This is the moment Amit's whole ghosts don't exist attitude completely shatters. As he's trying to settle down for the night, he looks over at the stairs and sees a pair of pale, bloody feet just standing there. He blinks, looks again, and they're gone. Was it just his mind playing tricks on him, or has the haunting officially begun?
Now, to really understand what's happening here, we have to rewind. This haunting isn't random. It comes from a place of deep, dark, and truly monstrous betrayal. It's time to uncover the awful secret this house has been keeping.
You see, Amit's path from husband to murderer was cold and calculated. 3 years earlier, he married Avni, who came from a very wealthy family. But when he demanded more money for his business and she said no, he hatched this evil plan. He apologized by bringing her jalebi, her favorite sweet treat, which he had secretly poisoned. And over the next 6 months, that poison slowly, methodically paralyzed her.
And this is Amit's bone-chilling confession, which he delivers to his own helpless, paralyzed wife. He actually mocks her, laying out how he's going to fake her death as an overdose, calling it a foolproof crime. He just sits there and watches her cry, unable to move or speak as he celebrates his own cruelty. This was the act that sealed his fate.
Okay, let's jump back to the present, because it's time for the main event. Amit is trapped in that house, his leg is broken, and now he is just as helpless as Avni once was. The karmic reckoning is about to begin.
The spirit's first move is fast and brutal. The heavy chains on a loft swing suddenly snap, and the whole thing comes crashing down on Amit while he's sleeping, completely shattering his leg. The pain is one thing, but what's more important? He can't run anymore. And that's when the ghost of Avni appears right in front of him.
And here we finally learn the ultimate insult, the one thing that fueled Avni's rage beyond the grave. Amit was so disgustingly greedy that he didn't even give her a proper final ritual. He just scattered her ashes on the property to get it ready to sell faster. Just as she tells him, he signed his own death warrant.
The revenge is swift, and it is violent. Avni's spirit lifts Amit into the air and just flings him straight into a glass chandelier. He comes crashing to the floor, his body now covered in shards of broken glass.
He starts begging for his life, for mercy, but there is none left for him. Her body was broken slowly by his poison, and now his body is being broken by her power. His arms and his legs start twisting at these impossible angles, snapping one after another as he screams in pure agony.
And then comes the final moment, a single, sharp, brutal crack as his neck breaks. And then, complete silence. The reckoning is over. Justice, in its most terrifying form, has been served.
So, after that storm of supernatural violence, what's left? How does a secret crime like this ever come out into the open? Well, the story gives us a very clean, very public resolution.
The very next day, the story is a national headline. Amit Sharma is dead. But right there, next to his body, is a letter, and we can only assume Avni's spirit left it there, detailing every single horrible thing he did. His dark secret is finally out for the whole world to see. So let's quickly wrap up the final fates here. Satish was, sadly, an innocent victim just caught in the crossfire. Amit got a truly brutal, but you could argue a fitting end. Avni, having finally gotten her revenge, can now rest in peace. And as for Amit's second wife, Arti, well, she's left to deal with the police and the absolute chaos her husband left behind.
And that really brings us to the story's big lingering question. In this tale, justice wasn't served in a courtroom, it was delivered firsthand by the victim herself. It really makes you think, doesn't it? Does karma, one way or another, always find its way back to you?